formula for past simple. You know what, guys? We're gonna talk about a formula for past simple, man. All right, yeah, we're gonna talk about a formula for past simple. All right, guys. So this is the formula for past simple. All right. Okay, guys. Let's go. Affirmative. So when we are talking about the formula for past simple, we got to talk about the affirmative form. That is the what? That is the positive form. Then we got to talk about the negative form. Then we got to talk about the interrogative form. That is the question form. So these are the three forms we got to talk about in the past simple. Also we got to talk about what? The verb to be. Because we gotta use the verb to be, so the verb to be in all these forms, All right, guys, let's go. Affirmative form. All right, that is a positive form. Okay, all right. So the formula gotta be what? Subject plus V2 verb. This is the V2 verb. All right. When we talk about the V2 verb, we have the V1 verb. That is the base form. The V2 verb, that is the past form. So this is the V2 verb. All right. So we're gonna use the V2 verb. That is the past simple, the past form. All right. Okay, guys, let's go. So you gotta know the three forms of the verb. The V1 verb, the V2 verb, and the V3 verb. All right. So the V3 verb is what we call the past participle. All right. Okay, the participle. All right. Okay, guys, let's go. Plus objects. So this is the formula for affirmative form. All right. Okay, guys, let's do a little example. Indicate a little example for you to see. So the example gonna be I live in London. So I is the subject. The V2 verb there is live. All right. In London, that is the object. So this is the simple formula for past simple in the affirmative form. So just follow this formula. It can help you. So great, man. This is the grammatical formula. All right. So I live in London. Subject, verb to plus object. So this is a simple formula for past simple in affirmative form. All right, guys, let's go. Negative form. So let's talk about the negative form. Okay. So the negative form gotta be subject plus auxiliary verb. We all know the auxiliary verb do. So in the past gotta be did. All right. The auxiliary verb do. All right, plus the V1 verb. This is gonna be the verb in the base form. That was what we call the V1 verb. The verb in the base form, the V1 verb. So in the negative form, you gotta be careful. After the auxiliary verb, then you gotta have the base verb. That is the V1 verb. All right. Then also subject. So this is a simple formula for the negative form in past simple. All right, guys, let's go. So the example gotta be she didn't speak English. So she is the subject. Didn't is the auxiliary. That is the negative form. Okay. So speak is the V1 verb. That is the base form. All right. English is the object. So this is the simple formula for the negative form. This is the grammatical structure. So you gotta follow this one, guys. So important. This can help you to understand the past simple. All right, that is the formula, man. This is for beginners, guys. This video is for beginners. You gotta watch the other videos. Those are for advanced. These are just for beginner, basic. When you're doing past simple. All right, okay, guys, let's go. Interrogative. So interrogative we also call a question form. All right, so let's go to the interrogative formula. So the interrogative formula gotta be what? Auxiliary. It starts with the auxiliary verb, followed by the subject. So this is the difference about the interrogative. Because the interrogative form, we have the yes and no question, we have the doublet question. But here we're going to talk about the two. We're going to talk about the yes and no question, we're going to talk about the doublet question. So you got to see here the auxiliary verb come after the subject. Okay, so auxiliary verb plus subject and plus the V1 verb, that is the verb should be in the base form. Always the verb should be in the base form, okay, in the interrogative form. All right, good. So you gotta be plus object. All right, so let's see the example here. So the example gotta be, did they speak English? So did is the auxiliary verb in the past. We already know do, the past tense of do is did. So did they there is the what? Is the subject. Speak is the V1 verb, that is the base form. All right, so English is the object. So did they speak English? So this is a simple way to understand the interrogative form of the past simple. This is a grammatical structure. This can help you so great, when you're asking question. But this is the yes and no question. All right. So we're gonna come to the doublet question. When we talk about the doublet question, and the doublet question is coming after the what? The auxiliary verb. From the auxiliary verb, then you gotta go to the subject. So that's the difference about the doublet question. So doublet plus the auxiliary verb plus the subject plus the verb plus the V1 verb. So the verb should be in the base form, and plus what? Object. So this is the simple formula for the interrogative form for the doublet question. So doublet plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus the V1 verb plus object. So this is a simple formula. So you gotta follow this formula. This is a grammatical formula. This is a grammatical structure that can help you to understand more about the past simple. Always I'm saying, this is for beginners. You know what I mean? Okay, guys, let's go. So the example gotta be, what did they speak? So what is the doublet question? Did is the auxiliary verb. They is a subject. Speak is a V1 verb. That is the verb in the base form. So this is a simple way to understand the interrogative form, all right, of the past simple. All right, guys. Okay, let's talk about the verb to be. Okay, to be verb in the past simple. That is important, So when we are talking about the V verb in past simple, what we thinking of? We're thinking of what? Was, were. But for you to understand the difference between was and were here, was, we use it in the past, mostly in the singular form. Were, we use it in the past in the plural form. So this is a simple way to understand the difference between the was and were in this video we are talking about, But I gotta bring a video in detail to know the difference between was and were. All right, these are important words, All right, guys. Okay, let's go. So the affirmative form gonna be what? So the affirmative form gonna be subject, the be verb plus the be verb plus the object. So this is a simple formula for this is a simple formula for verb to be in the past simple. So the affirmative form gonna be subject plus be verb plus object. This is a simple formula. It's so simple, man. So all right. So like example here, let's indicate an example like a sentence. You gotta say the sentence like this one. I was happy. So I is a subject. Was is a what? Is a verb to be. Happy is the object. So this is a simple way to understand the affirmative form for verb to be in the past simple. All right. Okay, guys, let's go. So let's talk about the negative form. Okay. So the negative form gotta be what? Subject, verb to be, the verb to be plus the not. The negative form we call the not. So verb to be not. All right. Okay, we're going to talk about the contraction form. All right. Okay, let's go. Object. So this is a simple formula for the verb to be in the past simple. Subject plus be verb not, that is the negative, plus object. So this is a simple way to understand the formula. All right. Okay, say it in a structural way. You gotta be, we were not thirsty. So the first way gotta be, we weren't thirsty. We weren't thirsty. All right. So this is a negative form. All right. Okay, guys, let's go. The interrogative question. Let's talk about the interrogative. When they talk about interrogative, that is mean the question form for the verb to be in the past simple. You know what I mean? Okay, guys, let's go. So this is gonna be to be. So in interrogative form, you gotta see that to be is the first, then followed by the subject, and plus the object. So you gotta see to be verb is after the subject, then followed by the object. So let's see the example here. So the example gotta be, this is the affirmative form. They were happy is the affirmative form. All right. So but in the negative form, it gotta be what? So in the question form, gotta be, were they happy? Were they happy? So you gotta say where. So this is in the seed when we use it in the plural form. Where, okay? Were they happy? Were they happy? All right. So you gotta know. So that's why I said a simple difference here to know the difference between was and were. Was is used in the singular form. Were is used in a plural form. That's a simple way to understand the difference here. But as a video coming, we're gonna talk about much about the difference between was and were when you use it in skill. Verb, the first one gonna be the pronouns, but here we start with the verb, affirmative, and negative form. So these are the two forms we're going to talk about here. We're going to talk about the affirmative form and the negative form, okay? So the next video going to be the interrogative form, in the stable form, so that you can simply, easily understand about the past simple, all right? Okay, guys, let's go. The affirmative and the negative form, okay? Let's go. So this is the what? I, the first person pronouns, okay? The singular form, all right? So the verb is what? Live. All right. So the affirmative form gonna be what? I live in London. That is the affirmative form. The positive form. I live in London. All right. So the negative form gonna be what? The negative form gonna be I didn't live in London. So you gotta see here, I didn't is in the what? The negative form. So the verb there here is in the base form. That is the V1 verb. Live. So I didn't live in London. So these are the things you gotta take care of about the negative form. The negative structure of the past simple is so important. Okay. Sometimes I can say I did not live in London, but the first thing gotta be I didn't live in London. I didn't live in London, man. All right. Okay, guys, let's go. So let's talk about you. So you, the second person pronouns. All right. So the verb gotta be what? The verb gotta be wanted. So the verb here is what? Wanted. All right. So let's go. So the affirmative form gotta be what? You wanted a holiday. You wanted a holiday. All right. So the negative form gotta be what? The negative form gotta be you didn't. You didn't want a holiday. So you gotta see here the verb. The verb is in best form. Want. We do not say wanted. We say want. So you didn't want a holiday. So these are the things you gotta take care of, guys. Please, the negative form is so important. Try to know that after the negative didn't, the verb there should be in the best form. Okay. So you didn't want a holiday. All right. So that is a negative form, guys. Okay. All right. Let's go. Okay. Let's talk about the third person pronouns. She, he, it, Tom. These are all the third person pronouns. Okay. All right. The verb we gotta use here is gonna be what? Had, die. So you gotta see here for the past simple is the same. There is nothing changed here. Like to say in the present simple, maybe you gotta say she has. No, this will remain. The past gotta be the past. It's the same. All right. But the singular and the plural form is the same. All right. All right, guys. Okay, let's go to the affirmative form. He had a cold. So, okay, he had a cold. That is the affirmative form. That is the positive form. All right, let's go to, still on the affirmative form, okay? She had a fever. Okay, she had a fever. All right, she had a, when I speak regular, she had a fever. So the structure gonna be what? Fever and she. So the grammatical function were had her. So it's gonna be had her. She had a fever, All right, guys. Okay, let's go. All right, it died in the accident. It died in the accident. So first I gotta be it died in the accident. It died in the accident. So mostly what you hear here is accident and it. So okay, die in the. These are grammatical structure. We want to say them fast. Okay, die in the. It died in the accident. It died in the accident. It died in the accident. This is an accent, man. I just know, guy. I love teaching accent. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, guys. Let's go to the negative form. You know what I mean? Okay. Negative form gotta be he didn't have cold. He didn't. You gotta see it. He didn't have cold. So faster, man. I don't have the time to say he didn't have cold. He didn't have cold. He didn't have cold. Faster way to say it. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. Yeah. She didn't have fever. She didn't have fever. Faster. She didn't have fever. All right. Okay, guys. Let's go to the next one. Gotta be it died in the accident. So you gotta see how the verb here is die. Is in the base form, not in the V2 verb, is in the base form, die. Okay? It didn't die in the accident. So he didn't die in the accident. He didn't die in the accident. So you gotta see if I'm speaking fast, you only gotta hear the word accident clearly and the word it clearly. But all the rest, yeah, they are grammatical. This is a grammatical function. I just want to say them fast, So it didn't, it didn't die in the accident. It didn't die in the accident. It didn't die in the accident. All right, guys. Let's talk about the plural form, about the past simple. You know what I mean? Talk about the plural form. All right. Okay, guys. Let's go. The table form. All right. So it gotta be the verb, affirmative, and negative. All right, guys. Okay. Let's go. We is in the plural form. All right. So the verb here is spoke. That is the verb. Okay? And the past form, V2 verb. Alright? So the affirmative form gonna be what? We spoke to him. Yeah, we spoke to him. Alright? Okay, guys, let's go to the negative form. The negative form gonna be we didn't speak to him. We didn't speak to him. So you gotta see how the verb is in the base form, the V1 verb. Speak. So we didn't speak to him. Of course, we didn't speak to him. All right. Okay, guys. So this is a negative form. Okay. We are saying the contraction form. Okay. We didn't speak to him. So you gotta say here, we is so clear. Speak is so clear. But all the rest, him is so clear. But all the rest, we just want to say them fast. So like we didn't speak to him. We didn't speak to him. All right, guys. Okay, let's go, man. That is an accent, man. All right, guys. Let's go. They, the plural form. Okay. So the verb gotta be what? Won. All right. So the affirmative form gotta be what? They won. All right. So the negative form gotta be they didn't win. So you gotta see the verb is in the base form win. So they didn't win. They didn't win, man. Oh man, they didn't win. All right. Win. They didn't win. Okay. They didn't win. We won. All right, guys. Okay, let's go. All right, guys. Let's talk about indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns are so important in English grammar. All right. Just do like we have talked about all the pronouns. You know what I mean? But we need to talk about the indefinite pronouns. It's so important, guys, in this grammatical structure. So when I talk about indefinite pronouns, one, we have like example, everyone, someone, no one. No one, it indicates negative form. That is a negative form, no one. Okay, everyone is the affirmative form. Someone is the affirmative form. But no one is indicating negative form. All right. So let's go. Let's see the example how we use the indefinite pronouns. They are so important in English, man. All right. Okay, let's go to an example here. So we gotta use the verb talked. Okay, talked. All right. So the affirmative form gotta be what? Everyone talked about a football game. Everyone talked about a football game. Okay, everyone. Everyone mean everyone. It's not specific. Talking about everyone. Those are called indefinite pronouns. Okay. So the negative form gotta be what? No one talk about a football game. So you gotta see how the verb is in what? Base form, talk. So no one talk about a football game. So this is indefinite pronouns. You gotta be careful, negative form. Okay? So no one talk about a football game. So no one indicates negative. Alright? So everyone is the affirmative form. Alright? Okay, let's go to the next one. Alright, guys. Okay, let's conjugate the interrogative for the past simple. Alright? So let's conjugate, guys. Okay? Alright, guys. This is the single form. So this is a singular form. We're going to talk about the plural form. So the singular form. Alright? So let's go over the table, guys. Let's see the interrogative. Yeah, the interrogative for the past simple. Alright? So here first we're going to talk about the WH question is the first, followed by the auxiliary verb or the be verb. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go. Followed by the subject, and followed by the verb. That is the V1 verb. That is the base form. You know what I mean? That is the base form. Okay, and plus what? The object. Okay. So this is the interrogative. All right. So guys, there's a simple formula for interrogative for the past simple. All right. So all right, guys. Okay, let's go. Just a simple understanding, guys. Okay. So now we're gonna talk about what? The double question, why? Then the auxiliary what? Did. Right? Then the subject is what? I. Alright? So the V1 verb is what? Speak. So now if we make a sentence in an interrogative form, we gotta be, did I speak to him? Yeah, man, did I speak to him? Okay, we're using the auxiliary verb here. Did. Alright, so we start with the auxiliary verb did, with the subject you, and with the V1 verb speak. So the interrogative form gonna be what? Did you speak to him? Did you speak to him? But you gotta know if we are speaking first, just gonna say, did you speak to him? Did you speak to him? But this, you gotta make it clear by saying, did you speak to him? Alright? More clear, guys, okay? Because we are talking about the formula, alright? Okay, guys, let's go. Still using the words. This is the verb to be, was. So we are using was. The subject here is what? She, he, it, and Tom. So these are the subjects, So the pronouns is he, she, it, and Tom there is the noun. We already know, yeah, we already know the difference between the noun and the pronouns, how they act in the sentence, like the pronouns take the place of a noun in a sentence. All right, guys. Okay, let's go. So the verb here gonna be what? Happy, and happy is a what? It's a state verb. All right. All right, guys. Okay, let's go. It's a stative verb. All right. So in the interrogative form, gonna be was. Was she happy? Was she happy? All right. Was she happy? All right, guys. Let's go to the next one. Was he happy? All right. So let's go to the next one. Was it happy? So the question gonna be what? Okay. Was it happy? All right. So now we're gonna use the noun gonna be what? Was Tommy happy? Was Tommy happy? So all right, guys. Okay. Let's go, man. All right. Okay, guys. Let's talk about other conjugating. But this is the plural form. All right. This is the plural form for the past simple. All right. Okay, guys. Let's go. So here the formula gonna be what? The doublet question. That was the first, and followed by the auxiliary verb or the be verb, and followed by the subject, and followed by the V1 verb, that is the base form, and plus the object, But here, this is the interrogative. All right, guys. Okay, let's go. So here we're gonna use first the auxiliary verb. So the auxiliary verb did. The subject there is what? We, in the plural form. All right. So the V1 verb there is what? Speak. All right. So the interrogative form gonna be, did we speak to him? Did you speak to him? All right. Did we speak to him? All right. So okay, guys. But the answer gonna be what? Yes, we did. Okay. Yes, we did. So the negative form gonna be, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. All right. Okay, guys. Okay. That's the way to respond. That is the answer, man. Okay. All right, guys. Let's go. Okay. The auxiliary verb did. The subject they, and the V1 verb speak, and the interrogative form gonna be what? Did they speak to him? Did they speak to him? Did they speak to him? All right, guys. Okay. So the answer gonna be what? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. All right. So the negative form gonna be, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. All right, guys. Let's go. Oh, now we gotta use what? The V verb. The interrogative form, the V verb. Where? Okay. Were. So the subjects here, they are what? We and they. This is a plural form, we and they. All right. So in the what? In the be verb. Okay. Interrogative form. Okay. So the verb here is what? Happy. And happy here we all know is a what? It's a stative verb. All right. Okay, guys. Let's go. The interrogative form gonna be, we happy? We happy? All right. Okay. So we happy? All right, man. Okay. Yes, we were. Yes, we were. That is the answer. Okay. So okay, the negative form gonna be, no, we won't. No, we won't. All right. Okay, it's the same going with what? We are they happy? Same go. Okay. We are they happy? Yes, they were. All right. No, they weren't. All right. So this is simple. We gotta understand the plural form for past simple. All right. Okay, let's go to the doublet question. This is the auxiliary verb, the yes and no question. All right. So now let's use the doublet question. So the doublet question gonna be what? Why did we speak to him? So why did we speak to him? That's the what? That is the doublet question. Okay. So we also gotta use the other double-edged question, gonna be what? Why did they speak to him? Why did they speak to him? This is a double-edged question. It need more explanation. All right. Okay. The other one gotta be why. Why are we happy? Why are we happy? Why are we happy?